I wonder why we're not seeing birth defects in the ER yet as a result of
there we
chemtrails. Because
are. Well, we don't know about chemtrails, but birth defects we are.
No, I mean the chemtrails. My last 3 miniature horses were born with really severe craniomaxillofacial deformities and died, either were miscarried or died within minutes after birth. And these are 2 mares that have previously foaled, 3 offspring apiece that were just fine and are now delivering things that look like this.
Oh, Christ.
Look at the face.
Holy
That's
Christ.
a horse.
That thing looks like it was bombarded by...
And this one died...
Looks like something out of the world.
Yeah.
Looks like another planet.
This one died... Oh, damn it. That's not... This one died minutes after birth.
You don't...
See again.
Yes.
Died minutes after birth because horses can't breathe out of their mouths. So as soon as the umbilical was done, that
what
fucked
makes
up
you
nasal
suspect
bridge.
chemtrails, or maybe
Because there's no other explanation. I had 2 goats from 2 different litters,
not
in the same
contaminated
time
feed, or
no, because it was only the ones that bore offspring, and we've had other. I mean,
could it be like GMO crops that are, combination? I think it's a combination of things. I think it could be the chemtrails combination with the GMOs.
It could be.
Chemicals and everything else.
It could be GMO corn. But I had 2 goats that also had a cranial maxillofacial deformity, but what it was is they had a cleft palate all the way up to their eyebrow.
Do you know anybody else that...
Yes, there are people in Mississippi that I know, and like Jackson and Terry and the southern part of Mississippi.
And how long has this been going on?
2 years for all of us. Every single one that I know that has horses that has miscarried or deformed foals, everyone. So that's why I'm wondering.
Is it happening every time, or is it you
pretty much? Yeah, I haven't had.
Well, then how are there any horses that are? I mean, is the population of horses?
My pony produced a normal offspring a month ago, and Autumn is about to deliver again. But the last 2 that she had were like that, and the last 2 that Bella had, well, one of them was that was horrible. It was a dwarf, and it wouldn't have lived anyway, but that was horrible. It was a complete transverse breach, and I almost lost her. And the vet was on her way over with the pentobarbital when, the vet had told me, right, reach in there and gouge out the eye sockets and pull it out head first, because the foal's already dead anyway, that'll give you a good grip. So we managed to be able to get 1 foot out and another foot out, and had 3 people tugging on ropes with our feet against this miniature horse, pulling as hard as we could. We thought, well, she's going to tear, she's going to hemorrhage, but either way, she's going to die. She didn't tear, she didn't hemorrhage, and she's fine.
Great.
But then she miscarried that small one that you just saw.
It'd be interesting to find out how widespread this is. I mean, if it's happening here in Mississippi, is it happening...
Tennessee? Where else?
So you're getting reports
Texas.
from Tennessee?
Yeah, we have horse people we know all over the place. So, yeah.
Is this being
going on?
Publicized anywhere, or
only
have any like the animal control people or whoever or whoever might be? Has anybody contacted anybody to? I mean, I hate to even think about bringing government agents because they're the ones that cause it.
Then they want to confiscate your animals.
Yeah, right.
Mistreat them. It's like, fuck you. Yeah. No, I think a lot of the other people are just wondering why they've had like 2 fucked up offspring in a row, and then they find out other people are having the same thing, and it's like, oh, and then they find out other people are having the same thing, and it's like, all right, this wasn't a coincidence.
Well, the thing is, try to find the common thread. I mean, what is the common thread?
I don't think it's feed, because they all get different types of feed. Some of them are just grazing animals, some of them just eat hay. Mine eat a combination of cross stock, which is what we feed the mules.
What do others feel also like it's a chemtrail thing?
I think it is. They all think I'm batshit. It's there's no such
okay.
thing as chemtrails. Yes, there is actually. And here's a video that I'm shooting
what
for
are
you
they?
in Atlanta. Where
What do
this is
they
a contrail
speculate?
And this is a chemtrail.
What
Side by
have
side.
they speculated that it might be from? Has anybody done any tests at all? Yeah, I would think that someone would take
As far as like content, yeah. It's basically particulates of fiberglass chaff, aluminum, barium, strontium.
I mean, no tests on the animals.
Oh, no. No, I don't know how you would do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would like go to a vet or a clinic of some kind and have the animals tested to see what.
You draw blood in animals all the time for Coggins tests and things like that. So I guess unless you were looking at a blood sample under a mass spectrometer, where it might show you the chemical composition.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a doctor or scientist, but I'm thinking.
No, I'm saying that's the
trying to find the source of this outbreak of deformities, and is it also what is it happening in pigs or other?
Seems to be equines and goats.
So that's all.
Don't know about sheep. Goats and sheep are extremely closely related. In fact, you can crossbreed them, which gives you a geep or a shoat. But they're similar enough that they actually will crossbreed, just like horses and donkeys can. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to contact some of the ranchers out west that are horse people and say, is any of this happening to your sheep? Because this is what's happening to my goats.
Do that and get back to me, because I'd like to find out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, and the most likely candidates for that would be Wyoming and Montana, because the government's up to some kind of shit out there. I don't know what they're up to, but those two places in particular. I mean, Montana's the one that rounded up all the homeless people and microchipped them on the shoulder against, without their permission.
Yeah. But this just seems
2 years
awfully.
ago, the government was up to all kinds of funky undercover shit.
They're always up
in
to something.
Montana.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, my theory was, all right, they're going to have to build camps and disposals, somewhere pretty remote, somewhere along a rail line, where you'd be out in the middle of nowhere in Wyoming or Montana and wouldn't notice the Auschwitz column of smoke coming up and raining ash on everybody all day for days. Although this would be a lot cleaner, it would be propane. And, a 10-minute incineration.
Well, that's why I've always liked. See this whole thing? Remember when they redid this? It took like a couple of years. What is it? It's a roof on stilts.
Right.
Something else going on here, and I always thought that this would be a perfect terminal to ping people in. There's the railroad tracks.
Processing, right.
Yep.
I've warned people, I said, Walmart is going to play a very big part in this. Why do you say that? Well, why did they have a contract with the Department of Defense? Yeah. They're a retailer.
Yeah.
And why did they shut down 250 stores that are immediately adjacent to rail lines and things like that? I said, what's going to happen, folks, is, the economy's going to crash. They're going to say, all right, we saw this coming, so here's what you do. Go to the post office or go to a Walmart near you. You'll get to the Walmart, there'll be two lines. Okay, who's here for the microchip? Right line. Who's here for the ID card?
Yeah.
There is no ID card. So if you get in that line, you're going to be loaded into transport vehicles or buses and then taken by rail somewhere where you're not hurt.
There's already people on them.
Right. Well, we're going to take you to a new re-education camp. And by the way, the camp got really full, so the first couple of batches of you disappeared.
You can check in, but you can't check out.
Right, yeah. You're going to make room for more people. There's only one way to do that.
They won't even, I think they got vaporizing machines now. They don't even have to burn us.
Right.
There'll be no soot.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Oh! Help us.
It'll be sometime this year. The 2017-2018 cycle is exactly 70 years after the 1947-1948 restoration of Israel after a 1900-year exile, which marked the beginning of the last days, and a 50-year or Jubilee year from the 67-68 restoration of Jerusalem, which officially began the countdown to the last days.
Yeah.
The generation that sees that restored will not pass away until all things have taken place. So, 2017. Got to remember, Rosh Hashanah's in September. So this just began, the 70 years of Daniel and the 50-year Jubilee for Jerusalem. So we're going to see something this year.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I know, right. I've gotten to the point now where it's like, you know what? People have stopped listening, and those who would listen have listened, and those who are not going to listen are just becoming more and more depraved. So I guess if natural disasters don't make them say, gee, maybe there's something to this, they'll either do that or curse God for their calamities. It's going to be one or the other. So there's no middle ground. It's like sheep, goats, life, death, right, wrong. No, there is a distinction between right and wrong, just like there is between genders. You can try to blur it all you want, but you're just becoming more depraved and more deluded. And you see that with Canada, Australia, all of Europe, Scandinavia. It's like, okay, well, what's wrong with these people? And why are they saying these things? It's right there in Jeremiah 51. That Babylon's infected the entire world with their immorality, and therefore the nations are all going mad. Well, going mad. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
No.
I know. Let's open up Canada to a hostile religion where we were protected by 2 oceans and living securely. Let's change that. Let's blow it up the inside. All right. I will see you soon. If I didn't see you, well, I'm going to be out tomorrow.